I know I'm a little late for this, but honestly, I don't care because I finished this album. I listened to this album when it came out, but I never finished it, and that was mostly because of like school stuff. But since summer's here, I can finally review this album. JPEGMAFIA, Danny Brown, Scaring the Hoes. This is supposed to be volume 1, so he said that he was gonna make 3 albums this year, and maybe he's scaring the host too. But I think he said something about like that. Not like he's just like that was like only the only collab album he's doing this year. But yeah, I finished the rest of this album, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit. I have a little more in-depth review on album of the year. So if you want to go check that out, I'll be reviewing probably a lot more albums than I will on here, but I want to kind of review albums on here too. First, I kind of want to start off with kind of just what I think about JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown first, because I haven't really talked about it. Now, I have not finished the Veteran album. I did half of half of the album, and I never finished it. That's the thing with me. I always do the first half of the album, and then I'm gonna finish it later, but then I never finish it, and that's something that I really need to work on. But yeah, I haven't finished, Veteran, which was, I think, his second album. I haven't listened to Black Ben Carson, but that's the album I really want to. Well, yeah, that's the album I really want to listen to. Um, and I kind of want to go in the back of his catalog too, like his other tapes, like the Ghost Pop tape or whatever. I haven't listened to that, but from what I've heard from him, I think he is like one of the most. I wouldn't say underrated, but I guess he he is like genuinely like talented. Like he is probably the most creative producer I think I've heard. But again, I haven't really heard a lot from a lot of people, which is partially on me. But I think he's kind of the most like you just look at someone and you just know that they're like the most blank or blank. Like he's the most talented and like creative producers. Like he can take sounds that would sound horrible and then make them sound good. Which is I think is on the title track. Especially that's a big thing. And Danny Brown, I have not heard. I haven't heard Atrocity Exhibition, but I heard it was really good. Like it's a once in a lifetime album, so I might do a reaction to that. So yeah, I think I might just do reactions depending on how I would like. Here's what I'll do. I would probably only do reactions if it'd be interesting. Like I'm not gonna react. I'm not gonna sit here and react to Lil Durk, the new Lil Durk album, which I have not heard yet. But yeah. But anyway, what was this album? What do I think of this album? Well, I could first say that I can say right now that every track on here, it's all produced by Peggy, and it is like the production on here is amazing. It's kind of like it's experimental, got that. I don't know why I said it like that, but like it's very experimental. It's got some, crazy sounds in here, and I kind of like that. It's like unorthodox. Whatever. I do love the track "Garbage Pail Kids." That's probably one of my favorite tracks on here. There's a lot of good tracks on here. I will say, everyone said this. The mixing is not that good. Sorry, my recording stopped. But as I was saying, yeah, the mixing on here is not very good. but I think it kind of adds to the album and just like the like chaos of this album, because this album is just super chaotic and crazy, and I barely even know what um Danny Brown is saying, which I mean he has a weird vocal inflection that I've heard. Like I've heard a couple songs from him. Yeah, his vocal inflection. I kind of like when I first heard about him, I kind of found it a little annoying, but when I listened to this album, it kind of grew on me. I kind of like it. Like it's, quirky, whatever. It's alright. And this album is like very online. Like very like talks about like, I mean, there's literally a song on here called Jack Harlow Combo Meal. Like that's something that I think is kind of cool too. Like I kind of appreciate that of this album, and it's kind of fitting too, because like these two people like making an album, it just kind of works, and also the album cover is pretty cool too. And I will say though, I didn't really like the Run the Jewels stuff. I thought the God Loves You track was just yeah, but for pretty much the rest of the album, it's pretty good. I liked it. I liked the lean beef patty. Like I thought at first, I didn't really like it because it was too short, and I thought, oh, I can't really get much out of this. But it's I kind of like it now. I feel like it's the right amount now, because like I've listened to it a little bit more, and when I went back to listen to this, it's a lot like it kind of fits like the like how long this song, I don't freaking know. But Buffet is like I think it's Perfect. I think is the song name. That's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the Range Brothers Baby Keem thing, which by the way, I do have the Hillbillies reaction, and it's coming after this video. It's probably up after, like, as I'm speaking right now. So yeah, this album is pretty good. Yeah, the mixing might not be the best, but I think it kind of works with this like chaotic album. My favorite tracks on here are Step Up Pig, maybe the Child track, Garbage Pail Kids, Orange Juice Jones, Jack Harlow Combo Meal, Ho Heaven on Earth. Yeah, I like this. I think, yeah, I liked it. I like this album. It's really good. A lot of the tracks are on my on my playlist. So yeah, it's good. Overall, I'd give this album like a 8.7. Yeah, 8.7. Yeah, that's a good. I think I don't know what I rated it on album of the year. I think it was yeah, I rated it at 90, but like that was out of 100. I think on here I rated it 8.7 out of 10. So, yep, that's the rating. I hope you enjoy. Go check out my album of the year thing in the descriptions below. That's it. That's the video. That's the video.